Hello, my Taurus friends. I'm Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, but today we will do a spiritual, philosophical card reading for you. These cards are more like a kind of guides if there are certain issues in your life, difficult situations where you cannot find an answer. Mostly these cards have very good possibilities in there. Anyway, Taurus, we will see where it leads for you here for the month of June. So, my Taurus friends, here I go for your spiritual, philosophical card reading for the month of June. Hello, my Taurus friends, and welcome to your spiritual philosophical card reading. As your first card here, certain truths need to be spoken out. This is what this card tells us. Anyway, we see here mostly with this card, we don't feel very safe. We don't feel secure here. There are certain things here that are maybe withholding you from certain truths in your life, maybe towards the rest of your life here, and it could make your life complicated and tiring. Maybe you already know this, maybe you feel this here. It's possible also with this card that we don't feel really authentic. Maybe we are not in the right path here of our life. And it's like our ego, our personality is taking over certain parts of our life. It's like we cannot let go here. But sometimes with this card, we need to be honest towards ourselves. And sometimes if we ask ourselves questions and we reflect in quiet and silence here, and you could ask yourself this question: if I wasn't afraid, I would. And then you fulfill this sentence. And you do this several times a day, and you will see that actually when you do this several times a day, you will discover different truths. Anyway, we see here that our mind is always happy to reveal certain truths in our life. You just need to accept what is there. And of course, we need to be ready and accept to hear it. But some truths here with this card could be hidden behind certain fears that you have. But once you recognize that the truth is actually in your mind, you will be able to liberate or free yourself. But of course, in the meantime, we could have the feeling that we are always going around in circles and we are not able to make certain decisions in our life. But it's like we desire to know the truth, but maybe we are a little bit too stubborn here to recognize the truth. So here, let your mind and bring inspiration and strength to you. The next card that we are seeing here is the card of that we need to be courageous, we need to be brave here. It's possible also that our personality, our ego is intimidating here. It wants to run away from certain challenges here. These cards are very similar here. It will maybe sometimes also, it's like we're arguing with ourselves to justify certain situations. And also sometimes we could have the feeling that we need to give up. But if you look a little bit deeper in yourself, sometimes we cannot find any valid arguments for confirming the situation. We need to accept here again, it's the same here, these two cards are about afraidness here that we are having. And we are, it's like we cannot see the truth, or we don't want to see the truth, but actually it's more easy for overcoming the truths than you might think. We just need to recognize that we are afraid and recognize it's a human emotion. Sometimes if we are in an unstable or like a relation, like we are in a condition that we are not with our feet on the ground, it's like it brings a certain fear. But if you trust in the divine part of yourself, you will see that you are fearless. And you need to find this courage like we saw in the previous cards. Here, this card is also about supporting you. Here, it's like we have a support upon ourselves. And there's like a higher spirituality for some people. It will be their deity, their God, their whatever it is here. There's a protection over you here. This is what we are seeing here. Some people will find this also in meditation. Here we see that nothing is against you, but you need to recognize that there is something above you and something is making you scared or afraid. Anyway, the more you will recognize and accept this as a part of your life, the less it will get grip on you. Maybe it holds you in his grip. And if we accept this, we will be able to transform this fear in an adventure. It's like we have a fresh breath in our body. And when you breathe deeply, this is the place where you are most courageous. So gather your bravery by calling your mind. Sometimes also probably you have taken certain decisions in your life that are not mainstream. Maybe you have taken certain health decisions that are not common. There's a lot of people here who go with mainstream, but maybe you have taken a decision that is against the flow. And this could have also certain consequences in our life. So it's good that you are courageous and that you chosen another path, even though it's not easy. The last card here is actually the card that balances the whole things a little bit out. This is the card that tells us we need to have some fun. We need to amuse ourselves here. We need to keep the spirits up. And for keeping our spirits up, you see here, the child is in the merry-go-round. We need to have some fun. We need to surround our things with things that delight us, that have a positive feed on our person. Maybe you need to think about the things that in the past that brought you pleasure. Think of the good old days that made you have some fun, and connect with these sounds, smells, tastes, textures, flavors, maybe some old friends that entertained you in the past. Maybe we need to reconnect with these people if this is possible. So here we are asked to walk away from daily chores, obligations, responsibility for a day here for relaxing your mind. This is what we are seeing here. We need to be more spontaneous. This is the advice that we are getting here from the cards. And it's like we need to ask a higher mind, or our higher mind, what is it that you need to do today? And the things I mentioned earlier could bring you some relief, some release here. Even if it's watching a comedy, do some shopping, trying out new things, trying out a new band, trying out a new pair of shoes, whatever makes you relax here is important here for you. You could also have some picnic, whatever it is that makes you happy, but it's time to break away from conventions, conventionality, routines. Do something original that make you fun, that make you have fun here. It's possible that you are in a very rigid system in your life, and it's like our higher spirit and the advice that is given to the cards here that we need to be more frivolous, more childlike. And this is actually the path that will bring you joy. So try to be frivolous, try to relax, try to have some fun, and embrace, if you can, the sweet madness of life. And this is how you will recharge your batteries. So Taurus, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If you are interested also in classic Lenormand card readings, we do also the classic Lenormand card readings with 9 cards. They are very much into details. They are not short like this card readings, but you will have a lot of information for the month to come. And of course, we do also the financial, philosophical card readings. You can put the tree together. It's like a puzzle, and then you know exactly what is coming for you for the month to come. Anyway, Taurus, thank you for your time. Thank you for considering subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye bye for now.